Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Hilltop View Journals. Today I would like to share with you my latest design team project for RachandBella Crafts, and I have made this lovely chunky monkey journal called Maria, and a smaller journal, and also a traveller's notebook journal as well. All mainly from the Shades of Spring kit by RachandBella Crafts. So I'm just going to dive straight in with the main journal. And actually I haven't done a proper check of everything in this journal, so as I go through this, because it has to be sent off really quickly to its forever home, I might point out a few things that I might need to change before I actually post it. So let's see how it goes. Everything you see in this kit, in this journal, has been inspired by the 100-day challenge that Rachel from RachandBella Crafts is undertaking at the moment, and she is providing us with 100 days of tutorials, and they're all different types of tutorials, a mixture, but mainly sort of quick and easy, and definitely excellent tutorials for beginners, because let's face it, doing something for 100 days, you need something to be quite punchy and quick. So they're wonderful, and all this journal is full of inspiration, so please check out the link that I add below for Rachel's 100-day challenge, and I think you will really enjoy what she has to offer for the tutorials. So this comes in two parts. The first part is a small mini vintage photo album. This is on Rachel's website in terms of the tutorial, and the person who has asked me to make this journal for them provided me with quite a lot of family photos, and I've never worked with family photos in my journals before, so it was a little bit of a challenge, and I don't know if I've actually met their requirements. I'll soon find out when they pick up the journal, but I've had some fun anyway, learned a lot about playing with photos, and hopefully you will like what I've done as well, and I'd be very welcome to receive some feedback, positive or maybe not so positive, below. Please leave your feedback in the comment section. So let's get straight into this. So the front has got a flap here for a pocket, and I've just put some really simple small tags. I've used a specimen card. So I'll point out some of the bits that I've actually bought on Etsy. Let's just pop that in there. So again, this is just like a little pocket, which is a bit stuck down there. In here then there's some spare photos that I had left over, and I just got another journaling card there. So we flipped over, and I've made a simple frame out of some of the digital kit, just some writing space on the back. It's another photo here, and a little flip over and another photo. I've just backed some photos on some paper and a pocket there, and then this flips over and there's a tiny little pocket there for a photo and a little journaling card. And here I've made a just another very simple frame, and the photo is actually I can't think of the word now. Laminated. Mine went blank. Just a simple handmade envelope there, and again I've got some spare photos that were left over that I didn't use, so they're in there, ready to be stuck in the journal if need be. Small little pocket, more flips, and another just a handmade frame, and it's a digital kit. This is from GCare, and I'll put a link down below to her channel, and I've been playing with my embossing machine. and it's just simple, some space on the back for journaling. And here we've got another small pocket, and I've just done a little bit of sewing, and just because of the the photo was so amazing with the wedding, I just wanted to do something wedding style with there. And another handmade frame, just backed with some Welsh family Bible paper. And final flip, and we have a pocket in the front there. Again, just photograph, which I've used sort of like a sepia tint to it, backed on some tea-dye paper. Another just handmade album, frame I should say. And in the back here I have got just a little tag and another little envelope that you can put some secret notes in. Okay, so that's the vintage journal. Can't quite put those back in there, so I'll just move this out the way. And let's go to the main baby. So this is my design team project, and I've just thoroughly enjoyed making this journal. It's just been so much fun. Not quite sure what you'd say the theme is. It's maybe a little bit shabby chic, a little bit vintage, very flowery, very much representing the Shades of Spring digital kit. So on the front we've got a series of pockets, and we've got some tags there, and most of these tags are either made from scraps or they're made from the digital kit. This one was one of the projects that you can actually open it out and add some additional items and secret journaling in there. And then with this pocket you can pull it out, and again you could add a little bit more journal in there, or add a letter or something, some keepsake or something like that. Okay, so that's the front. Very sturdy. It's sewn into the actual cover. So the cover comes in two parts. I made the main part with some. It was a box of cheese crackers from Christmas, and if I just open it up, so I've then used packaging cardboard to secure the inside journal cover, and I've done that on the front and I've done that on the back. And I made some from a masterboard. Then I made a cover for the packaging cardboard. So it's all made from junk. So if we go here, so this is just secured by a bulldog clip so that it doesn't slip out. So this is just a piece of watercolour paper, and I've done a background with watercolours and used a stamp and just some embellishing there. And then there's a specimen card with one of the wedding photos, and I've just put some trim on the side there. This is a large journaling card, all made of scraps, and I've got some of my watercolour painting there. On the back, some nice vintage music paper and a card that you can journal on as well. And this is actually franking paper. I don't know if you can see it there, but front and back franking paper, and that was one of Rachel's tutorials. So that's just a page from the kit, tea stained paper. This is from an old vintage Welsh book, and I've added a pocket there from a masterboard, and then this is a small tag that you can open up and add some secret notes into, and you could tie that up or glue it if you wanted to hide what was in there. Again, this came from one of Rachel's tutorials, where she showed us how to do so like a specimen card open area in the tag, which was a lot of fun, and I made quite a lot of those. Got some tea stain paper there, more franking paper, and I've used Rachel's postage stamps from one of the kits, and I printed that actually on fabric. Okay, and here is well, I don't know what you call this, 3-4-way pocket with lots of little tags. and again this was from one of Rachel's tutorials, and the tag is from the tutorial there. And I've used some dried flowers which I purchased on Amazon, and they'll be on my Amazon wish list if you were interested in them. Again, tea dyed paper. This is copier paper, but I believe I used cream copier paper, so it just gives this nice sort of light, keeps it light and airy. Here, more franking paper and a cluster, and these are all made from the digital kit, these two. And this one, I've got a very short tutorial on this one on my channel, where I just use strips of paper to make the tags, all backed so you can write on them. And this one is made from a scrap from one of my watercolour practice sheets, and is backed with avocado dye paper, so you can write on it, and this is just one of my little watercolour doodles there. So I've tried to add a little bit of my own personal touch to this journal. Simple pocket from the digital kit, and some I think that's from the Letters of Love, actually, the background on there, which I absolutely adore. And I've just used scraps then to make the rest of these tags. A lot of this journal is made up of tags. We got some vellum paper there, nice and crinkly, love that sound. And here I've used some of my watercolour background paper, and again another doodle with watercolour background, and just some simple embellishments. Oh, and the tag on the top is from watercolour paper too, which I really, really love. One of Rachel's tutorials was making our own labels. So this is actually made from scraps, and I've just used stamps to make labels there. And this, I printed this on packaging paper, and there's a tutorial on that on my channel. This is another one of Rachel's many pockets, which I've actually glued onto the page, so you can put photos in there. And again, just a simple pocket made from a masterboard and some digital kit paper with some lovely embellishments. And then this is just another one of the family photos, and I've just used, again, that's GK's paper, which I embossed and just made a simple frame. It's just really pretty paper. Okay, so that's that. So there's a lot in this journal, and there's a lot less writing space than what I normally make, which is why I made this as well, which I'll do a quick flip through. So there's some tea stained paper. That's a digital kit with a nice doily, and I think I painted the back with coffee stain there. Tea stained paper, and then I printed the digital kit on top. So here is one of the digital kit pockets. So I've made a belly band out of that, and if you can see on here, just used, so that was stamping on some tissue paper, and I've just used some background paper, and again the Letters of Love scraps there. And here's a little pocket, and I just added one of the kit tags and just one of the photos. So again, you can just replace anything in these pockets. There's just some nice trim there, and I've sewn around. Okay, so we're back onto the packaging paper, and I made a pocket tag and another little tag, and there's just some scrap sort of blotting paper that's been on my desk that I added to the tag, and a nice photo. This is what as I said, is printed on packaging paper, and I've got some more lovely vellum paper. Here we're back to the franking paper, which I included some vellum there and put a stamp on there. Just made a tag out of scraps, and just a corner pocket that's covered with clusters, which again Rachel showed us a really nice tutorial on making clusters. And just a scrap pocket, again, Rachel showed us how to do these fabric clusters. So I've just used some coffee stained paper. I printed digital kit onto fabric, and I printed the stamps on fabric. And another one of Rachel's tutorials. So I blame Rachel for the size of this journal because I just made so much ephemera. I don't know what to do with it, but this was so much fun, and I just love making tags that are sort of dual purpose. So that's there, and I think that kit is the Beatrix Potter, the Works of Beatrix Potter, that one. So there's a mix of few things in here, mainly because I've just used scraps for a lot of the ephemera, so you see a bit of a mix and match. Just a simple pocket here from the digital kit. This got a nice printed collage on it. This was printed on packaging paper as well. It just turned out so nice. And you can see I've got some franking paper there. I've got a sticker of a butterfly and some tea-stained grid paper. More tea-stained paper, more Welsh book pages, and again there's the back of the lovely digital kit, and that's coffee dyed paper. Another one of my watercolour drawings, and here is a hidden pocket. Again, another one of Rachel's tutorials, so I added one of the photos on the back there, and it's just got some scrap paper in there that you can use for journaling. Just pop that back there, and I'll just do that like that. More franking paper, and very cute. Oh, got a little bit of a fold going on there. Dried flowers. You can use that for journaling. Journaling card with a specimen element there, and some butterflies. Don't think that's from Rachel's kit though. That might be from Artie Mays, but I gotta admit I'm not 100% sure. This little pocket in the back there, and basically I did that because the backing paper was longer than the front, so I just folded it over and sewed it and made it into a pocket. And we've got a cluster, so I'm on to the second signature. So there's just 2 signatures in there. I had planned on making 3, but I just couldn't fit it in, so I had to make sacrifices, which was very difficult. And on this one, I've used just leftovers of thread, and I don't know if you can see there, but that's just a paper ruffle. So there's scraps and tissue paper scraps from packaging, and the pocket is made up of vellum and some nice trim there. Done exactly the same on this side, again all scraps. And this is a sort of double-sided pocket, and that's one of my watercolour butterflies. Again, this is the Beatrix Potter digital kit, which is just absolutely gorgeous, and some dried flowers there, and a small little journaling card there. So plenty of journaling space on the tags. That's from the digital kit, plain page, and then just another scrap tag. And this is from the masterboard that I've used on the inside covers. Okay, some pretty trim there. And here I've got a double pocket with plenty of space to add photos, and this is a just another simple journal, well, like a double tag, and you can journal on the pocket there. And then this one, again, I think this is GK's digital kit, and just one of the photos, and then backed with tea-stained paper to journal on. And this is Welsh Bible paper, which I saved from a second-hand shop, and I absolutely adore it. And this is from the Bible as well, which is just beautiful, beautiful image that can be just loved now instead of neglected. Some paper there to journal on. This is from the Bohemian Rhapsody kit, as the person who I've made the journal for loved that kit as well, so I've tried to incorporate it wherever I could. Added some coffee stain on the back there, Edith Holden book page, and here's another hidden paper clip, which is quite stuck on there actually. There we go. So it's a pocket, and we've got an envelope with another pocket, and in the envelope you just got some pretty flowers, and we've got some little goodies, some photos in there, and you could probably add a lot more in there as well. So that's just a nice little surprise there, and that goes back on there. And again, I've used the Letters of Love kit there. I just love these roses, just so beautiful. That's from the Bohemian Rhapsody kit. Okay, and actually I think that might have been from there, so that needs to be attached actually, so I've got to sort that out. I've forgotten to attach it there, so that's one little job I need to do before I send the journaling kit off, and send the journal off. And you can see here, because I've used the coffee after I've printed it, you can see that it's come through like a ghost print. Well, I really like that. I think it's really neat. Some people might think, oh no, it's a mistake, but I just think it's lush, and it just adds to the, I don't know, just adds to the mystery of the journal. So another digital kit page, and I've just made a very simple cluster there. Another journaling card in the shape of a tag, and again that's the Beatrix Potter, Works Beatrix Potter. Just beautiful kit. More Edith Holden, Shade Spring page. Back to my Franken page. I just don't know how many Franken pages I actually made. I just loved this. It was just so much fun just to sit there and glue bits of scrap paper together, and then not really think about the backside, and then you'd sort of look at the backside and think, oh, that looks really nice, and I just loved it. So a simple pocket here, and another scrappy collaged tag that you can write on the back. Another one of Rachel's tutorials on the pockets. Just absolutely love this, and I've just sort of sewed this on. This is from the Bohemian Rhapsody kit. Beautiful. Right, we're nearly there. Very simple pocket there, and a simple collage there. Don't think you can write on there, but you can certainly write on there. Another one of my scrappy tags with some journaling space, and a doily on Franken paper, and I've just left a little bit there so it just acts as a tab. Some more writing space. This is, I'm sure this is a freebie on Rachel's coffee website, which I'll have a link below to. Edith Holden, another one of my watercolour backgrounds, and a stamp, and you can obviously write on the back there. Another scrappy card made out of bits and pieces. Simple pocket. And then this, I've actually glued this down to keep it secure, but you could use it as a dangle. This is the spring kit. You have the Edith Holden page. And here I've just got a really simple pocket made out of parts of the masterboards I was using. Another one of my watercolour backgrounds, and then this is, I had a play with my embossing machine, which I don't do very often, but I do quite like how it's turned out. Oh, I need to do a backing on that one. I've forgotten to do the backing. So this is a masterboard that I've been adding into books, and Rachel's got a tutorial on that. Lots of journaling channels have got that, and I'll link a couple of the videos below for you. So I must remember to put the back on that one. Some writing space there. Another one of Rachel's tutorials, which is like, and this came from Roxy Creation actually, the original tutorial, and then Rachel put her own spin on it, and we all copied. And it's made out of vellum, and it's just a really simple ephemera folder, and you could easily add pages in here. I just put some of the spare photographs, and yeah, I really like that. Really happy with how that turned out. I used some of my labels. Do you know, the name of the designer of these labels has escaped me, but I certainly, by the time I upload this video, I will make sure that she is linked below. It might even come to me by the end of the video. I'll keep on thinking about it. more franking paper, and then there's the pocket there made out of vellum. And we're now on the back page. And another one of this is my favourite sort of colour combo. So yes, I made a lot of those. And another one of my tags made out of scraps. And there we are. So we've got the masterboard there, and then we come to the back. And I've tried to make the back as interesting as I can. So I've used some vintage, I believe these were sofa arm covers from my husband's grandmother. And these doilies, material doilies, are from from the family as well. And this then is from the kit, and I've printed it onto some fabric. And we've got some music paper there, and everything's sewn in, and some more nice vintage lace. And you can see the binding there, just very simple 3-hole pamphlet stitch. And that is the journal. I haven't attached the, well, I've used eyelets there so that you can tie it together to make sure it stays shut. And then I've just got some lace then just to tie around it so that I can keep all the pieces together, because it kind of goes as a set. And I'm very quickly just going to go through now and show you the other items. So I've made this because I didn't feel like I'd left enough space in the journal for writing, and I was a little bit concerned that the person who's going to get this journal might not feel like she wants to write in it, because there's lots of pretty elements in there and she might think, oh, I don't want to spoil it. So I've made a journal which literally took no time at all, purely for the purpose of journal writing. So I'm just going to open it up. So in the back of that, I've just included an envelope, one of my handmade envelopes, and it's got all the other photos that I just didn't work with, that I've either put through the laminating machine or just played with the photo app I was using to create the sort of vintagey look. So that's on the back. The journal cover is made from craft text paper. The link will be in my Amazon wish list. So it's very much, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like paper fabric. And then I have printed one of the Shades of Spring digital kit on tissue paper, artist grade tissue paper, and then used PVA glue to create this really lovely sort of faux leather feeling journal, and I've just stitched all around it, and that is the whole journal cover. I haven't backed it, so the inside cover is very much this is what the craft text looks like, and it's really sturdy, goes through the sewing machine like a dream. I just added a little bit of material on the bottom to tidy the bottom up, because the digital kit didn't cover right to the end, but I quite like that actually. I think it looks really nice, and it's just nice and plain. So this is what this is supposed to be, is a plain journal that you can just chuck in your handbag and write your notes in. This embellishment was made by Sugar Plum and Spadger on Etsy, and I will link her website, well, I'll link the Etsy shop below. She makes these absolutely amazing embellishments, and I buy off her all the time because I just haven't got the patience or all the materials actually to do it, so I just love it. And this then has come from one of my piano rolls, so I've just sewn that on and just tied, very simple lace to it. And I had a go, Carol Ann from Carja Crafts, who I'll link below, encouraged me to have a go at a waterfall photo album. So this is my effort, and I'll also link below the video that I watched showing me how to do it. And I got to say, this is my first attempt, and it's not very good. But I made sort of like a little journal cover, and this beautiful photo. Oh, she's so gorgeous. I could look at this this beautiful daughter so much. So there's the little just photo album, and little note, push me up, and let's hope this works. And there's a very simple waterfall, which doesn't work particularly well, but it was my first attempt and I was rushing last night, so there we are. There's that was a lot of fun. I'm definitely going to make another one of those again, but perhaps I'll do it a little bit better next time with a little bit of practice. So that's that. So that's just a little extra in the journal. And then this is extremely simple. I've got a front page. I've used one of my paper ruffles, which is from packaging paper, and some scraps, and sewn that on. There's a nice, just simple cluster there, just a little bit of bling. And in the journal, there's literally nothing. All it is digital kits and tons of writing space. And I've backed the pages with some digital background pages, some tea stain paper. Yeah, I've basically just made the most of the paper. So just lots and lots of journaling space using the Shades of Spring kit. So that's all I've done there. And then when I get to the back, I've used one of Rachel's tutorials on pockets and just created this really simple pocket and filled it with some basic tags which can be removed. And that's pretty much it for this journal. Very simple, purely for notes, writing your daily thoughts. There's plenty of space, you could add things to this and stick things in and etc. But it was a very quick make, last minute thing, and I'm hoping that the recipient will just want to use that to write in. So that's there. And then this one is a sort of surprise gift, because the two journals that I've just shown you are for the recipient's mum-in-law. So it's her birthday, so she's getting those. So I just made this for the recipient, and she is a lovely lady who I met whilst studying for a degree last year. And so what I've made here is a very, very simple, I don't know whether you'd call it a folder journal, envelope journal, pocket journal. Not too sure, but this is one of the very simple ephemera holders that I showed earlier. The one I showed earlier was made out of vellum, and one of Roxy Creations tutorials that Rachel then amended, sort of, put her own spin on it. So this is just made out of book page, and I've got one of my I made this out of one of my watercolour backgrounds and watercolour doodles. And there's another one of those tags with pockets in there. And I think that's a Cadger Crafts actually. So I'll link that tutorial as well down below. So that's a really simple ephemera folder. And what I thought is that my friend could possibly use that as a photo album and put some photos in there. On the front we've just got two pockets. One made from vellum, ripped vellum, very simple digital kit scrap there, some very simple pockets, and again this is Sugar Plum and Spadger, and just on a tea stained back paper. The cover is made from the family Welsh Family Bible page. I do love it so much. Maybe some people would think that was terrible to use it, but to me I'm just giving it a new life, so I'm happy to repurpose it. And on the back I've got more pockets. And then I've just used some of my digital kit fabric to strengthen the spine. Added some lace there. Inside then we've got a pocket here which has got a very simple tag backed onto tea stain paper. Had some fun playing with templates from Amazon, photo templates, so I just played along with those just to add a bit of interest. So that goes back in there. Got another pocket here. Used some of my paper trim there. So the tags are very similar to what the main journal is, and I just thought that would be a nice touch for my friend, because then she'll have maybe a piece of the gift that she's imparting to her mother-in-law. Tea stained paper, and I've just put one of the digital kit. I don't think you can call it a label, but I just cut it out from one of the pages. And on the back, oh actually, how did I sew this in? Oh, I sewed it in with the sewing machine, because I didn't put too many pages so it wasn't too bulky. Sewing machine didn't like it, but it got through it okay. Tag made from scraps. Another simple pocket. And I made a tab here. And it's got an eyelet. Again, I've used some of my paper trim with scraps, a little bit of bling there, that's from Amazon, and I made a paper tab with, put the eyelet in, and then that's the closure. So it's again another very quick project. Rachel showed us how to do this, and I just made a couple of them and then decided that I would just make something a little bit special for my friend, so she'll have something to open as well. And hopefully she will like that when she sees it. And that's it. That is my design team project for March. It's a little bit late, but life sometimes gets in the way. And thankfully I was given time to prepare this and finish it. And it's going to be going in the post tomorrow. So I hope you enjoyed this very quick flip through. As you can see, I still got a little bit of work to do on it, but I wanted to make sure that I did a video before it goes off so that I could just keep this. And, you know, I am really chuffed with how this has turned out. It's the first time I've done something like this, and I love the Shades of Spring kit so much. I will certainly be making more journals out of it in the future. If you've got any questions, please send me a message, and if you want any tutorials on what you've seen, I'd be more than happy to help out. But genuinely, Rachel from RachandBella Crafts does have everything on a 100-day challenge playlist, and that you will find that link below in the description box. Thanks ever so much for watching. See you soon.